all y'all, it's only so many times you can go and talk to somebody.
That's right.
Even your family, even your mother, even your sisters, even your bestest friend, and say what happened. Why? Because after a while, they ain't got but one thing. Leave him.
Wow.
And you're not at that place right now, so you find yourself lying.
Yeah.
Everybody in the program is a CDL truck driver. Or they work in the oil field. You know, where he at? Girl, he's in the oil field. He a long distance truck driver. He'll be out for about a month. Because you don't want to say again, he done ran off. So you just make something up, and that sounds pretty good. He's a long distance truck driver. You can't say again, he gone. You know, so you make something up. That's why you need somebody in here, because that's not always the answer. Leave. Sometimes I believe that that's y'all call. That's y'all God-ordained call to go through this. I do. But that's for you to figure out. I ain't saying who you are. Some people, I done seen some couples, that's one right there, them two right there. They went through it, now they celebrating 20 years of marriage. That's just a glassy stage, right? Yeah. Sometimes y'all leave before the miracle happen too. I know you saying the miracle need to show happen this time. Right? But sometimes y'all leave before the miracle happens.
Yeah.
I've seen sobriety mess up more marriages than addiction did.
Yeah.
I see sisters stay the whole time through addiction.
Yeah.
The brother get clean, start trying to take his rightful place in the home.
Yeah.
And they didn't want a healthy man.
Yeah.
They didn't want a partner. They wanted somebody they could micromanage and dominate.
Right.
They didn't want a man.
That's right.
Hell, they didn't want a man, they got one. They knew you was something, that the dynamics was here. That was what, that's the way they wanted. When you come home and start saying, why you do this right here, there's gonna be a problem. Yeah, for real. And then they divorced. I'd be like, wow, how did you go through 10 years of that?
Yeah.
And you couldn't go through 5 years of clean time. And I later found out it was because they couldn't handle an equal partner in the situation.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
So y'all sign that. That's one of the places you sign and say, I'm gonna agree to go and do that. Now let me get me here. Ooh, I'm way too long. It says, if any member of my recovery network notices that I'm in the early stages of the relapse process by not fulfilling any of my agreed upon commitments, I would like them to. Now we said all that to say this. Now when I am tripping, this is what they say they want you to do. So that then when you do it, you can say, you said I was supposed to do this.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So, what did you write down? What you want your family to do?
Confront me, contact my support network, confront me and do anything. Confront me as a team and do anything.
All right. Now, do that mean that you're going to go quietly into the night when they confront you?
No.
Guess what, y'all need to know that most of them put that down there. Now, guess what? Addicts, or this is the way it normally is. When you confront us, we go off. We ain't going down easy. Then we feel sorry for ourselves, and then normally we comply. But just because I wrote it down there doesn't mean I'm going to go easy. Confront me. Bring it to my attention. I'm going off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big time.
And you got to be strong enough to be able to get through that. That's why I know I need a certain personality type in my support group.
Yeah.
If you don't like confrontation, you can't be in my support group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because confronting me is confrontational.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I don't want nobody to ask me nothing about nothing.
That's right.
Ever.
That's right.
Don't question me.
That's right.
I bet it.
That's right.
Oh, that's my sister right there. How dare you? You must don't know who I... Every time my wife says something to me, I tell her I taught a class on it.
Yes.
Thank you may be dealing with arrogance. I taught a class on it this week. And then she said something real fly like, those that can do, those that can't teach. And that runs me hot. I don't know necessarily what that means, but I think it's a shot at me. Right? Yeah. And so I don't like that. But it's confrontational. You got to get through it just because we say it, all right? And you do it. And we don't want to be told on. So what we're going to do is try to corner you off and say, don't tell nobody. I'm going to get it right this time. Don't do that. That's what he going to do. Sister, he going to say, don't call me. Don't do that. We're going to work this out together, baby. I love you. Just don't expose me. We don't need to put our business in the street. It's just, that's what we say. Boy, I say, who do I call when you mess up? I said, ain't nobody. Jesus. I'm trying to buffalo her, don't call nobody. And guess what? If she calls Herman and Derek, they got to know that I'm going to cuss them out.
That's right. That's right.
Right off the bat.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. My sponsor, he brand new. The only time I done went off on him, he told me to do something. And then my wife asked me something. I like, they must have talked.
Oh my.
I said, did he call you? She said, no. And I guess it was just coincidental. I think he really called her. And I didn't like that. Whoa, partner, you ain't got but 3 years clean. You know what I mean? You gonna lose your job. You know that you can be fired, right? Talking about on me.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Why am I saying that? That don't mean I ain't working a program. No, you saying, well, how you have 25 years? You would think that would be better. No. No. I still have flaws and character defects as an athlete. I just don't go to the dope house no more. I'm still got issues.
Yeah.
Still got issues.
That's right.
I just have worked through not going to the dope house. I'm still a handful. A whole lot, as my kids say. Yeah. Don't expect that they come through here and they become perfect. They just don't have that issue anymore. And you get to see what's really wrong with them once we stop using. That's what it is. Because using is just a symptom.
That's right.
Now you find out what's wrong with it. What's wrong with me is I deal with low self-esteem and abandonment issues. That was really what was wrong with me all along. It wasn't the dope. But when I would use the dope, it covered that up. Yeah. And I still have abandonment issues. Will push you away and then be trying to pull you to me at the same time.
At the same time. That's right. That's right.
If any member of my recovery network notices that I'm in the early stages, no. If any individual confrontation does not appear to reduce my reactive denial, I would like my entire network to confront me jointly. That's when now they come. And y'all need to know one another so that you can then know. Like this preacher told me one time, he said, you know what, I never asked a man how he's doing. I always ask his wife how he's doing. He said a lot of times I can just look at her and tell how he's doing.
That's right.
My wife's mom said, Mel is always happy and she's always smiling. I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, you know what, Mel is always happy and she's always smiling. I think that meant something. That when you got her, she was smiling. And that sister needs to continue to smile. I think that's what that meant. That's what that meant? That's what that meant. And so guess what, brothers, when they ain't smiling, or sisters, when the man ain't happy, you may have something to do with that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And so y'all got to get to know one another as a support group so that you would know who those people are. Exchange phone numbers, all that stuff. So that then you can check and say, this is what I'm seeing, what do you see? Because what I'm seeing may not be correct. I just want to know what you're seeing. Yeah. and do whatever we can to stop this before it gets too far.
Yeah.
We the undersigned fully understand and support you in this plan for continued sobriety and agree to work on this plan with you as members of your network. That's where y'all sign, put y'all relationship, whether you the mama, friend, whatever the case may be, that you do that. Got it? Okay. Then it gets ugly. It says every lapse is not a relapse. Just because you slip does not mean you have to have a full-blown relapse. This right here is hard to think about and to talk about. This right here talks about if the worst case scenario happens and they go out. All right? If that happens, what you going to do? I plan to never drink or use again. If I do, for whatever reason, under whatever circumstances, I plan to quit immediately. So, August the 1st of 1992, I fell off. I had 18 months of clean time. My sobriety date is August the 5th of 1992. For the first time, I stayed out there only 4 days. I still maintained my job. I had pawned my car that time. I hadn't sold it. The guy brought it back. It was tore up, but he brought it back. And so I did not lose everything. I had that moment of clarity that they talk about.